Hello, everybody. Welcome to Mondays with Max. How are you guys all doing tonight? It's been a fun and short weekend for me. Hope you guys all had a great weekend. Let me do a quick countdown. Second TL Mining, thank you for being here. Appreciate it. Sorry I've been missing out on some gaming the last few nights. I've well, Saturday night I gamed, but not last night. I Well, we'll go over that in a little bit as well. I was working on. Dumpster Fire, thank you for being here and being a member. Patrick Guyan, thank you for being here and being a member. Canadian Miner, Kaiser, Retro Mike Crypto. Thanks for the information regarding some of the changes of how you can get your Flux node to run on Hive OS. Decided to take a little bit different route and finally decided to bite the bullet and build a PC, basically a VM server. So anyway, well, like I said, we'll go over that a little bit tonight as well. All right, let me see, where was a Crypto Bedell, Viper Mining, S Chang, Ultra Carbon, Chump Change. Thank you for being here, being a member, even though you do troll me. Look who's talking about being on time, please. That's not even the pot calling the kettle black. I don't know. I don't even know. Anyway, Ultra Carbon, King Mining, Travelers Travels, S Chang, and of course, the infamous Sunflower Mama is sitting right next to me, keeping me in line every step of the way. Mass Boost, Integra Guy. I don't think I actually mentioned you yet, but anyway, Steven Cicero. Yes, that is how you say his name. T-Dub. Automatic Beats, thank you for being here and being a member. Steven Cicero, thank you for being here and being a member, as well as Integra Guy. Solar Miner. Let's see. If I skip anybody, I apologize. I'm just trying to get through. Geek of All Trades, thank you for being here and being a member. Wheeling Crypto, thank you for being here. Appreciate you being here. Pineapple Pizza, Paul Gale. I know I just made Gale a 2-syllable word instead of Gale. Anyway, Galaxy Synthesis, High Low Crypto, hello to you as well. Mad Dog Miner, Paddywhack Miner, I don't think I said your name yet, but good to see you. 4J, Blue Dragon Mining, and I will respond to your friend request on Discord. I just haven't gotten to it yet. I just realized it when I read your name. Anyway, Depran, thank you for being here and being a member. Good to see you. Hot Crypto Mining, good to see you as well. And DJ Mines, good to see you, man. Good to see you around. Haven't had time to keep up on all your videos, unfortunately, but I want to catch up. Want to see where things are at, if you haven't made any progress and that type of stuff. But anyway, I said Dumpster Fire, I think, already. And all right, I got to the end. So appreciate you guys all for being here. I am really tired today because, you know, I don't follow my own rules, and decided I'd put the computer together, like, I mean, as far as like speccing it out and everything, like the day before. But of course, a little bit here, a little bit there, made a few changes, a few open box opportunities at Micro Center opened up, making the costs lower. So after all was said and done, I was done about 2:30 in the afternoon, but I waited until, like, you know, right before they closed to go pick the stuff up. So I got home shortly before 7 p.m. I had some dinner and then started setting up a brand new computer. And setting up the computer wasn't really that bad. That was the easy part. Had to go get a graphics card out of one of my rigs. In fact, I got to go put that back tonight. No, the hard part was the installation of everything. So I decided, because I thought, oh, okay, well, getting some experience with ESXi would be great. So let me back up a second. So what am I doing? I am building a server that can have 4 VMs in it, so that I can run 4 Flux nodes on that server. So the kind of obvious choice for the newbie is Proxmox. It's very easy, GUI interface. It's pretty darn easy. The more seasoned person would go with ESXi. Has a lot more abilities. Not probably anything I would really need, but I thought, hey, if I get some experience with it, it'd be great. So to make a long story short, spent hours troubleshooting this thing. trying to figure out why the darn thing wouldn't load. There were definitely some BIOS settings I needed to change, but I kept changing things around where I've changed too many things. I got to reset everything. Anyway, it ended up coming down to the fact that ESXi doesn't have a network adapter driver for the Realtek PCIe gigabit controller. So you could find it somewhere and do a custom ISO image. And I was like, no, nope. I don't care that much to go with ESXi when there's this other one waiting in the wings that should be much, much easier. So finally bit the bullet and just said, the heck with it. I'm just going with Proxmox. So I started that process a little bit last night and basically got to the point where it was installed. And so anyway, so then I basically took it apart before the stream so that, again, I have it in its final configuration. No graphics card. It has the spec on it is a 2700 Ryzen 7. So it's got 8 cores, has an Asus Prime B450 board in it, 32 gigs of RAM, 1 terabit NVMe. And the cool thing was, and if you've ever done open box with Micro Center, they're not always good about their stock. So if you order it online to go pick it up and they don't have it, they will either give you the same item for the price of the open box or upgrade you. In my case, the only open box that was showing available was an item that only had the open box. It was a 650 watt bronze power supply. And again, this thing doesn't need anywhere near that much, but trying to find a sweet spot as far as power supplies go, that was kind of the sweet spot. So anyway, so they call me up and they're like, sir, so we don't have that power supply. So we're going to, and we don't have that one in a regular one. So we're going to upgrade you basically to the same one, but it's gold instead of bronze. Is that okay? I was like, are you serious? He's like, I know, my boss said I had to call you just because any change, regardless of what it is, people will complain about it. And we just want to make sure that people are okay with it. I said, no, thank you. I would love to have a gold for the same price as a bronze open box. So that was pretty cool. So I also got the memory open box as well. So saved about $17 on that. It was supposed to be $80. I got it for $63. 32 gigs, two 16 gigabit sticks for $63. They were the G-Skill Ripjaws, 3200 speed memory. So yeah, I was definitely happy with that price. So basically all said and done, since I already had the processor and the cooler, it was like 300 and somewhere around $320, something like that. A little bit more than that, 324. I don't know, but 325. Let's call it 325. Basically, it was 350 with tax, but then with my Micro Center card, you get the automatic 5% off if you have a Micro Center card. So if you do shopping at Micro Center, definitely highly recommend getting that card. It saved me a lot of money over the years, especially when I was buying GPUs from there when I could. But definitely save some money on that as well. So anyway, so now I have Proxmox loaded on it. I do not have everything going, but I'll go over a little bit of that a little bit later. But anyway, that was my my Sunday and Saturday, because Saturday I was kind of organizing everything, trying to figure out exactly what I wanted. I had been talking to a member of the community about possibly buying something from him. He was very nice, and we came to an agreement on something, and then I reneged. So because that was so much better of a price from Micro Center, because I didn't need what as much as that had. Now in hindsight, well, before I say that, Hawk Crypto Mining, thank you for the $4.99 super chat, appreciate it. They wanted less Hawk and more Max. Here you go, trolls. LOL, inside joke. Yeah. And he's not even here. So anyway, Just saying. But maybe he watches the replays. Maybe this just isn't a good time for him during the week. But anyway, so yeah, so after all that, one of the things I didn't think about was, I mean, what is the dreaded thing that nobody thinks about when you're building a computer that has RGB in it? Is what's compatible with the motherboard and what's compatible, with the motherboard in the case. So the case has ARGB fans. The motherboard has an RGB header. So yeah. But I mean, I wasn't going to be able to control, being that it's in Linux, I wasn't going to be able to really control the color of the fans anyway. So now actually I'm getting a little doodad that's like $12, has a little remote. I'll be able to, on there right now, you can tell the front fans, which are on that side of the case, that they're not lit up because they have nowhere to plug in. So what this little doodad does is hooks up, gives it power to the fans through a SATA connector and through this little thing that hooks up to the ARGB. Just you daisy chain all the ARGB to this unit, and then that unit also sends a signal as to colors and patterns and things like that. So it won't necessarily sync up with the CPU, but it'll still look cool. So anyway, thought for $12, might as well make use of the fans. But that had me stumped for a little bit. Exactly what I was going to do with that. Whether I was just going to leave them black, which, I mean, it's a server. But I do plan on leaving it back here. I think it may take the place of the tree when we take the tree down. So, I don't know. Kind of debating where to put it. I like it. It's actually in a Lian Li 205M case. Landcool 205M case. Yeah, it's a decent case. It was really inexpensive. It was open box as well. So that was like a $60 case, something like that. I had looked at getting a Montech, because they had a Montech that was like super cheap. They had an open box for $41. But the key was it didn't have PWM fans. So I really wanted ones that would spin down to a low speed, because I didn't think this was going to be a really heavy load on the processor. So I think this will pull a lot less power than with 3 Montech fans going at 1200 RPM 100% of the time. So anyway, that was my project for yesterday. And now my project today is to get the, I have actually, other part of that is, so I wanted to get the one that I had running on Hive OS. I'm not doing that anymore. I'm done with that. Although the new install that Retro Mike has makes it actually a lot easier to actually install it. But anyway, I'm done with that. I'm going to put 4 on this computer when I get enough for 4. But right now, I did actually sell some crypto and buy some Flux over the weekend, which, wow, seems brilliant right now, considering that Flux was up to almost 70 cents today. Now it's up about 7% in the last 24 hours. So yeah, that was a nice move. Now I did buy Caspa, or I should say I did sell Caspa as well as some Ethereum. So that, not really sure. Let's see, where did Caspa go? Price. Where are we at with Caspa? Yeah, it's up about the same amount, about 7.5%. So it's kind of, not really that much of a difference, but actually most of it did come from Ethereum. And Ethereum, what? Hold on a second. That can't be right. Yeah, Ethereum's flat in the last 24 hours. So, although it did almost get up to 1600. So anyway, but yeah, now it's down 1555 or so. So anyway, But yeah, that's what I've been doing. So now I just got to see, hopefully, that I can basically create the VM in such a way that it'll work with Flux node. I actually did download from a URL the actual Ubuntu ISO image into Proxmox, so I'll be able to use that in order to create the VMs. So anyway, and then hopefully I'll be able to actually use that and then use that instance to create another one much easier. And then all I have to do is change all the Flux information. But anyway, sorry, going back. Yeah, I bought like, I don't know, 600 Flux yesterday or so through selling other coins. And yeah, I was definitely very happy to see Flux up today. That's for sure. All right, hey, Red Panda, good to see you here. Bacon, Eggs, and Hash, good to see you as well. Let's see if there were any other new people that popped in. I think that's about it. All right, let me go back to some of these comments. Looks like just good evening. Oh, Crypto Bedell. We're all tired of hearing about Flux and Terra. Hey, Flux is where it's at, man. Flux is where it's at, in my opinion. So I'm not promoting the coin. I'm talking about it because I'm excited about it. I think it's really cool. I think what it offers is really cool. And maybe it'll go nowhere. Who knows? But I don't know. I just feel like they engage the community really well, and I just really enjoy the team. I enjoy what they're providing, all that kind of stuff. So so sorry you're tired of hearing that. Should I start talking about helium again? Is that what you anyway? All right. Oh God, Crypto. Aw, you've hurt Hawk's feelings. Anyway, all right, let me scroll down. Second TL Mining. How are you finding Proxmox? And did you set the limits up nicely with DWS and up and down? I have not gotten that far. I know that you can do it within there, and yes, I will be doing that. But I have not. Like I said, I literally have it installed. I wanted to get to the point where I could take the graphics card out and run it headless. And so I got to that point, started actually creating the VM. There's actually, if you are, well, I mean, you can just do a search. There's like, what is it called? Linux, Learn Linux TV is the name of the guy that I was watching. Now I also know Mining King has an overview video, but there's a couple of like, he jumps from here to here. You know, so that's, oh geez, I'm like, wondering, why are we only seeing part of the screen? I pulled the screen forward because I was using that screen as my screen. I was like, wait a minute, why is this part cut off? You guys were seeing the back of my monitor. I hope you enjoyed that. Anyway, so yeah, second TL, I haven't gotten far into it yet. One of the things that I need to look into is when you are defining it, you define 2 cores, but it doesn't say anything about threads. So I'm like, is it just assuming that it's going to be 4 threads? Is that going to work at 2 cores? I hope so, because I don't want to run it with 2. I'd rather run it with 4. So anyway, these are some things I'll be experimenting with. So hopefully that works out. But yeah, it's not complete yet. And good evening to you as well, Bacon, Eggs, and Hash. Geek of all trades. Yes, I could use Hyper-V on Windows if I wanted to. That was definitely a possibility. I didn't really have a lot of great experience with using a Windows, like some type of hypervisor on Windows. It was just, I don't know, it just felt real clunky. So right, so far I'm really liking Proxmox. But yeah, I don't know, we'll see. It's interesting though, because it's like you could run a container or you could run a VM. I'm thinking we need to run a VM, but they always talk about, well, Flux node, it's containerized. I'm like, well, could you run it in a container? Anyway, I don't know anybody who has run it in a container, but made me wonder. Let's see what other comments we got. Veteran Miner, good to see you, sir. Yes, he has a pretty good video for setting up Proxmox, no question. Like I said, there was one point where he was just like, oh yeah, and magically Ubuntu just shows up on the server, and I was like, well, how did he get it there? And that's one of the things that I learned in this other guy's video. So like I said, it's a great overview, and it definitely gave me a feel for what it was going to take to install. And there's a bunch of others out there that actually install as well. I'm not hung up, am I? I was? Okay. I'm hung up on my window, but as long as you guys can see me. Red Fox Crypto. I see somebody referring to Red Fox Crypto. Where is he? Oh, wait a minute. There he is. Well, great to see you, Red Fox. I actually really want to watch your video that I saw pop up. I haven't had a chance to watch it yet, but good to see you making some content, and good to see you around. We do miss you. At least I miss you. Loved having you around. Missed those Sunday night streams. No pressure, no pressure. But I always did enjoy those. Patrick Kyan, Hog has feelings. He does. He does. Anyway, Second TL, Learn Linux got a nice Proxmox series of videos, which is great. Yeah, that's what I was watching. He's got a real smooth voice, so I was having trouble staying awake. So kind of like what Chump Change says about my videos. He says, "Oh yeah, just put Max on and put on a series of videos and puts me right to sleep at night." Whispering sweet nothings to Chump Change. Anyway, Geek of All Trades, wait till my Flux on Hyper-V video comes out this week. Still editing it. I swear I need a video editor. Yeah, video editors aren't cheap though. But I'll look forward to that. Definitely look forward to that. Alrighty, and Bacon, Eggs, and Hash. I have the Linux Bible, 10th edition, best Linux book out there. Oh, interesting. And Metro Mike Crypto says, if you need help or have questions on Proxmox, feel free to reach out. Thank you. I do appreciate that very much. I love to learn on my own and struggle, and learning things on your own is a good way, but at the same time, there's comfort in knowing that there are people that I can reach out to help me out. So, anyway, let's see. Geek of All Trades. I feel you. All those tier 2 hypervisors are typically hefty turds. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, Red Fox, I know, I'm sure you got some things going on in real life, and not that this isn't real life, but yeah, we miss hanging out with you. So, don't know, no pressure, no mean this come back, but thank you for being here. Definitely appreciate it. And as everyone else does as well. Iguana Bites, welcome. Appreciate you being here. T-Dub. That's a compliment. I never was a Ninja Turtle fan. I do not know any of the characters or anything. And I know that's my generation. I get it. But no, I was not a Ninja Turtle guy. So anyway. Oh, I hung up for a few seconds. Okay. Good to know. I'm in live chat, dude. Red Panda, I'm in live chat. You've been seeing missing comments now? That's weird. Anyway, but yeah, I am in. No. Shoot, when it broke out. Yeah, that did that. Okay. I had it set on live chat. Then I popped out the chat and it switched back to top chat. Why? Why? One of the mysteries of life and the stupidity of YouTube. Anyway, oh shoot, now they'll probably ban my channel. Anyway, no, God, no. Power Rangers? Oh, no, absolutely not. I was never a Power Rangers guy. I thought it was stupid. thought it was stupid, like fake wrestling. So anyway, because it was all about the characters. But anyway, anyway, Sunflower Mama says, chop chop, get back to crypto. Anyway, she's the boss. Anyway, chum change. All jokes aside, the anyway count is at 19. So which one's worse though? So I wonder what my so count is as well. Anybody got a count on that one? Because those are my two like fillers. Anyway, or transitions. So anyway, that is what I do. Geek of all trades. Wait, wrestling is fake? Bruh. Well, it is, but it's still pretty impressive, the things that they do. Yeah, they're working together. Let's just say that. But I'm not telling you anything you don't already know. All right. What else did I say I was going to talk about tonight? I'm trying to remember. Hold on. Where did I? There it is. Well, I talked about, oh, this is what also I wanted to talk about. Oh, thank you for the super chat, Crypto Bedell. I very much appreciate that. $5. He says, if you're that strong about Flux, why don't you ditch YouTube and stream on their service? Because their service doesn't pay for ads. So I make a little bit of money by doing that. Plus, YouTube just makes it a lot easier. Maybe eventually. And would I think about streaming on 2 different platforms? It was integrated into OBS. Sure. Or Streamlabs or whatever. Sure. I'd think about it. Anyway, interesting thought though. But I have thought about actually doing a, WordPress website over there. Not sure about what yet, but, I have thought about that. Let's see. Did you choose that alert sound because you work from home? No, actually I didn't. I forget what it even sounds like because I don't hear when it goes off. So I'm not really sure. But yeah, I'm not really sure. All right, I'm going to refresh this over here because that just looks weird. Okay. Let's see if that comes up now. Sorry, I was hung up on the window that has the stream and everything in it. Anyway, wow, even Red Fox calls. Were you calling Cindy Red Fox? I thought that's what we call hobbyists. Anyway, alrighty. So anyway, what I did also want to talk about was, so I've been really frustrated with my Razer keyboard. I love the way it feels. The typing, it's got brown keys, or brown switches, I should say. And so I love that part of my keyboard. But it has some really big quirks in it. First of all, the left, or the USB port on the keyboard has never worked at all. You hook up anything to this keyboard to power it, to do anything, it doesn't work. So I thought about RMAing it for that, but I'm like, I'm not really going to use it for that anyway. But the thing that takes the cake is the volume thing on the Black Widow. It's horrible. And I was getting this constant with the volume going up to 100, then down to 0, then up to 100, down to 0. You can't use the computer when it's doing that. It was driving me insane. So did some research and they're like, oh yeah, and they have all these different solutions, blow it out, whatever. But there's some contamination that happens under that over time, where if you haven't, they basically, I guess, over lubricated it. So the lubrication moves around until it gets like clumped in one spot and then causes problems. Something like that. Anyway, contact cleaner was what some person said. Other people just said use compressed air, whatever. I was done. I was like, I'm so done with this thing. So I finally was like thinking, well, wait a minute. You can customize the keyboard. Can I just put it to a different to a different like key or something that I won't use. And I was like, so I looked at it and then I realized that, wait a minute, there's a disable feature here. So I disabled the volume rocker thingy with the mute button on the top. And so far, fingers crossed, it has not done it again once I rebooted. I had to reboot after I did that, and then it has been fine since. So we shall see. But yeah, otherwise I love the keyboard. And it's not that dirty. I mean, I do actually clean it occasionally. The one guy's video I saw when I was looking for the problem was like, no wonder it doesn't work. This guy had like, obviously he had pets, because he had like hair this length all under his keys. It was disgusting. I'm not saying mine's like super clean, but it's nothing like that. Anyway, Paddywhack Miner, is this a CCDX router situation? I'm not sure what situation you're talking about, or if you just felt like bringing up the chum change router situation. Anyway, chum change, when are you getting that router? That's what I want to know. Let's see here. Geek of all trades, are you saying your keyboard is like an NES game cartridge? Blow it out and it starts working again? Sounds like a simple solution to me. Yeah, the one guy was like, there were a number of people that said that yes, that was a solution, but I'd say there were more people that were like, that did not work for me. So I think if you're marginal on it and it's still kind of working, that might work. With mine, with how bad it was, because it starts out like when you go to turn the volume, it'll either maybe go the opposite direction a little bit, or it won't change much. It's just really quirky, but it'll still stay where it's supposed to be. So, Retro My Crypto, I've had that issue with my work Razer keyboard. Are you using a dock? When I replaced my USB-C hub dock, the issue went away. I am not using a dock. It's plugged directly into my computer. So yeah. So that's not the problem I have. I do have a USB dock. But I'm not plugging the keyboard into it. So I'm trying to think, did they two start to occur around the same time when I installed that? I don't think so, but it's possible. Even if I'm not plugged into it, would it really matter? Huh. Anyway. Mining King with the super chat. Thank you very much for the $9.99. Mondays with Max for the win. Can we even say that anymore? That now that EVGA is no longer in graphics cards? That's the eternal question. You know, they might have still trademarked it. I don't think they did, but anyway, yeah, I was talking about your videos earlier about Proxmox. So I did do one small criticism of your video though. I said, you know, you didn't really show how you got your Ubuntu ISO image onto Proxmox. Anyway, I figured out how to do it, but I was like, where is it? Anyway. Thank you for being here. I very much appreciate it. Hope you guys are getting a lot of stuff done. Steven Cicero, as soon as he gets rid of his TV, he can get a different router. Well, he's using just the standard router you get from Verizon, Fios. Oh, DJ's getting an ASIC as well. Yeah, no ASICs in my future. I am tried and true to the GPU. I like the fact that GPUs don't become obsolete paperweights once they get to a certain point, while GPUs can still live on. So that's just me. Can't doubt the fact that the ASICs are more profitable right now. Let's see. Gaming with Smokey Dan. Chump will get his router same time RPM has all of his new place set up with VM servers and rigs for heating. See, that'd be a perfect thing. I think we need to start a pool. Who will get their Flux node up and running first? Will it be Chump Change or will it be Red Panda Mining? I think I'll start a poll. Wait a minute, where's my... Oh, there it is. That was weird. They changed it. They used to just have a thing for a poll at the bottom. Now it's start a Q&A and start a poll. Oh, that's interesting. I did not know that you could do a Q&A on here. All right. Who will get their Flux node up and running first? RPM, CCXD. Let's get the pool out there and figure out what the odds are. I hate to say it, my vote is for well, only because he has networking experience. My vote is for RPM, just because he's going to be all set up for it shortly. All you need is a router, Chump Change. All you need is a router. Wait a minute, Tech Man. I have no idea where that came from, but a few bucks towards lingerie. Flannel shouldn't be the only thing on your skin or floor. Okay, I probably missed a previous part of that conversation. Okay, it was just random. Okay, alrighty. Lingerie on me? Yeah, I don't think you want to see this in lingerie. It would be scary. Crypto Adele. No vote from me. Where's the third option? What would be the third option? Neither of them? Is that what the third option is? What was that?
Just the first one that asks for Max for help loses.
No.
T-Dub said that.
T-Dub, that's funny. First one to ask Max for help loses. No, that's in the game. If they want to ask me for help, I can give them some help. I don't think either of them need my help. They both, well, I mean, Chump has videos on how to set up a node. He knows how to set up a node. He just doesn't know how to keep a node running because he needs a router. Chump or RPM has a router. So that's where he has the advantage. Mining King, thank you for being a member for 10 months. Retiring RPM says I'm his favorite tuber. Retiring RPM says I'm his favorite. Wasn't that his child that said? I don't know. Anyway, I remember that there was somebody who absolutely said that you were their favorite tuber. That was pretty cool. Although I was quite offended. Not at all. Anyway, Patrick Miner says our sun will burn out before that router sees the light of day. Wow. I guess I kind of opened the door up for trolling Chump Change. Keep that flannel on. Yeah, don't worry. The flannel's staying on. No question. Geek of all trades. Yeah. Anyway, everybody can read that. Have you tried the shared node sites yet? If you're referring to like going out to like Crypto Ghosty or any like other like sites where you could either do your own cloud packages, things like that, I have not, just because I like to do things myself. And I may eventually do that. But for right now, no, I haven't been doing that. I've just been doing it at home, get my 8 running. And then at some point, hey, you guys all talk about your Lambo. No, my greatest wish is triple gig service up and down. I could have it. It could be mine if I were to pay an exorbitant amount of money, $1,000 up front and about $320. Sorry, $1,000 up front and $300 per month. So I know a good portion of the country actually with Comcast already has, if you have their top tier service, their 1.2 gigabit service, you can now get 200 200 megabits per second, which is a huge step up from where they were. So that would definitely allow me to run a Fractus node, would allow me to run, I believe, a Stratus node even, but it definitely would allow me to run a Nimbus node. So yeah, it'd be great if eventually I could get enough Flux to get up to a Stratus node. But I think they talked about this in one of the recent streams I watched. They talk about the fact that they will lower the collateral required to start a node. But it kind of goes with the price. If the price goes up, then they'll lower the collateral. You know, it goes together. If there's a lot of utilization, that's really what defines when they would bring the collateral down in order to get more nodes onto the network. So, yeah, triple gig service. Oh my God. Yes, it would be awesome. Of course, then I'd have to get all new networking equipment because my router has only gigabit to everywhere in the house, but it has 2.5 gig from the router. So at least I would have I'd have access to the bandwidth. It just wouldn't be 3 gig to one location if it was the only thing that was happening. So, but it would be really cool to have everybody, you know, if you had 3 people who were all downloading, every single one of those people could have a single gig because we only have 3 people in the house. All righty, let's see. Were there any other places where I was tagged? That's 8:43. All right. Anybody else have any question? Oh, that was Dupran. That was your son that said that. That's right. Other kid called him a pirate. That's right. That's right. When the flannel mining rig or PC case? That's an interesting idea, but probably will never happen. I got the chair instead. So for those people that haven't seen the chair, I'm assuming most of you have, but you can see the top of the chair. I needed a new chair because I mentioned before my hip, and it has really, really helped a ton. I'm in a much better place than I was a year ago. And a lot of that has to do with just physical therapy definitely helped. But, you know, what used to happen is I used to come home on the weekend, work on the computer, do stuff with you guys. And, but I'd be sitting in a lousy chair and I would be worse after spending a weekend at home rather than having it be rested and feeling better. Now when I'm at home over the weekend, no, it definitely does get better over the weekend. And then depending on how busy I am at work and how much I'm not paying attention either to the way I'm walking or how fast I'm trying to walk, it can sometimes get really bad during the week. But anyway, we're going to be working on some things to help improve the hip this year. Blue Dragon says, never say never. Never say never about what? Where's my, oh, there it is. Where did it? So I'm not sure what you're referring to. Oh, never getting a plaid case. Well, if I was going to do any case, it probably would be a Raspberry Pi case. I actually have talked to somebody about it. The person had asked me about a Raspberry Pi case that they were making for Flux nodes. And I was like, you know, I've had people ask me, you know, I should get a max voltage Raspberry Pi case. He's like, oh, I could do that. So I was like, oh, no. And nobody would buy it. But anyway, thought it was a cool concept. But anyway, we'll see if what he's currently making actually comes to fruition. I can't imagine there's that much demand for Raspberry Pi nodes. Let's see. Geek of All Trades says you can get 12 months free tiers on AWS and Azure. Wonder if we can slap a Flux node up there. You can. A 12-month free tier. You get 12 months free with no like commitment beyond the 12 months. That seems kind of crazy. Steven says, I can't wait. I got my pre-order in. Terra trader. Alrighty. Let's see what I'm trying to think of. Anything else I had going on this week. I mean, obviously we had Jeff Gee on Saturday night from Flux, which was awesome. Definitely, if you haven't had a chance to go look at the State of the Union video, highly recommend it. It's a good review of the year. It really kind of highlights all the things they accomplished. I would love, just if anybody knows of any other project that has accomplished as much as Flux did this year, I'd love to know who it is. I mean, seriously, because I would look into that project. So anyway, I would I would buy the max voltage flannel Flux banner. See, but then I thought about it. And I talked to a couple people about it as well. And two problems. One is I know flannel is my thing. I get that. But New England Crypto already has flannel on his flag. So, yeah. But yeah, if you need a flag, I got one for you, Panda. Just give me the word and I will ship it to you. All right, Maxwell, Metromite Crypto. All cloud platforms give out free credits for new email addresses, but there are some limitations on what you can do. Google is $300 credit and can be used for any hosting. I was not aware of that. And here I thought I had it fixed. I mean, I even checked speed test before we started and it was great. Speed was great. There was no latency. I mean, of course, there's always going to be some latency, but the latency was low. Yeah, that stinks. All right. Let's see. Crypto Bedell buffering really bad for me. Yeah, sorry. I did notice that. Is the flag as cool as the keychain? I don't know. But I do have my keychain. I do use it every day. Sunflower Mama, as she is so wise, says they're equally cool in different ways. Oh, wrong side. So pretty cool. I mean, it was one of those trial things that I'm trying to remember the name of this. I forget the name of the site, but anyway, I've gotten t-shirts from them before I joined Crypty, and just a couple of things. Stickers is where I mainly got. Sticker Mule, that's what it's called, but they do a bunch of other things as well. But that was the other thing today. Yeah, I was driving along and just car didn't feel quite right, so I looked underneath and the shroud underneath the car had just like come loose. So that's why, if you notice, I had a little tag on my keys. Yeah, I went over there. They're really great. If you're in the Chicago area, Stan's is a great place to get your car serviced. But went over there. Thought, okay, well, I'll go over there after work. Maybe they can work on it. He's like, yeah, I can't get it in. I said, okay, fine. So I dropped it off. Thought that it was them who had, because they'd done my oil change. I thought them that had not screwed in something. And he's like, no, it wasn't that, because this is a part that we wouldn't even have unscrewed. You must have hit something. I mean, it's not uncommon that these come loose or whatever. So went to go pick it up. I'm like, how much are you? He's like, you don't owe me anything. I'm like, come on. It wasn't your fault. I thought it was. That doesn't mean it was. It's just because that's what I thought it was. And then when you explained it, I was like, oh crap. And he's like, no, you're good. I'm like, all right. I mean, he's got enough of my business, I guess, but it's still nice to know that, you know, if something isn't too hard to accomplish, that, you know, people care about your business enough to do something like that. So yeah, he's really good guys over at Stan's. I gotta start a flannel merch line. Yeah, it's not as easy as you think. That's all I can tell you. Not as easy as you think. I mean, I know that Hobbyist has done his t-shirt thing going on right now. I know that took up a lot of his time. So yeah, I don't have that much time, and Crypty has looked into it, but has kind of been striking out. I was actually hoping to get some flannel socks. I thought that would be cool. But kind of struck out there as well. Anyway, here, can you grab me the flag? I want to know if it was as cool, so I'll show him the flag as well. I will keep talking. Steven Cicero, Hawk, look at Bunker branding for merch. He's a big YouTuber who started a merch company. They do everything on site. That's cool. What issue? Stream cutting in and out. Yeah, sorry. I thought I had it fixed, but yeah, there's the banner. Hawk, do you still have this banner? Or did you stick me in the closet? Anyway, so yeah, it's got some lightning at the top and the bottom. And a nice fade to it. Lighter to darker. It's pretty cool. I like it. Gaming with Smoky Dan. Don't forget your P's and Q's now. Steven Cicero, he stole my name. LOL, just kidding. Who stole your name? I'm looking. I don't see him. But anyway. Alrighty, guys. Well, I have been going almost an hour, and I do still want to get these two, hopefully get these two Flux nodes up and running today. So I want to get going on that. Probably will share a screen in over in Discord chat over in Misfit Mining. So if you want to go ahead and watch there, feel free. And oh wow, that is way behind. Because I just noticed that it was still showing the flag over on the stream as far as how far my stream is behind. But anyway. Alrighty, guys. Well, thanks again, everybody, for being here. I appreciate it. And I will see you guys all later. If you like this kind of content, please hit the like button and hit subscribe. Love to get some more subscribers. I am trying to get to 4,000. Not even quite to 4,000 yet. Red Panda. I need that banner. Okay. It's on its way. I know. He just paid for the banner, I guess. Didn't have to pay for the banner, Red Panda. That product placement, I swear to God, you really need to sell ad space because of me. Because I showed the banner. Oh, that's why you got super. Oh, yeah. Oh, sorry. Yeah, sorry. Sunflower Mama's trying to take. Well, she is taking credit for getting that super chat. Anyway, yeah, I'll send it to you. And when by saying I'll send it to you, I mean she'll send it to you. She's the mail king. Anyway, mail queen, whatever. Alrighty, guys. Well, again, thank you for being here. I appreciate it. It's always fun. You guys make it a ton of fun. I appreciate you all, and we will see you next Monday, and also see you on Saturday Night Live this Saturday and every Saturday. Have a good one, guys.